Father?
Jax, so it's true. You are alive. I hadn't dared to hope.
So, you left Zakor? Have you stopped taking Elex too?
I am trying, but it's difficult. You must have experienced the problems of Elex withdrawal yourself.
I was unconscious during the worst of it. My body was already drained of Elex when I awoke.
There is more to the changes than just the physical. It is how your mind copes with the rejection of all that you have known, all that you have been in life. Tell me, what do you make of the world you have discovered since leaving Zakor?
That the free people are capable of resisting the Albs. We are told we are superior, but the Albs have failed to crush them, or their spirit.
That will change soon. The first Elexitor, Tarek, is assembling his troops before the gates of the Ice Palace. He will make his move and he will succeed in conquering the lands of the free people. We have to stop him, or our people will perish.
What are you doing here with the Separatists?
I had no other choice. I tried to stop Tarek in Zakor, but he realized my plans. He would have killed me if I had stayed. I hope that I can still make a difference from here. I can help to bring a halt to Tarek's plans. His blind obedience of the hybrid endangers all our people.
What is it he's doing that threatens the Albs? Why is Tarek such a danger?
Tarek is a puppet. He has given his will to the hybrid. The hybrid and his new directive dominate our people. And soon, Tarek will dedicate all our people, the whole of the fighting strength of Zakor, to an invasion of the lands of the free people. All this death for one purpose. Greater power to the hybrid. I say we need to find another way. One that does not lead to our ruin.
You served the directive to obtain all Elex for the hybrid. What changed your mind?
What happened to our search for knowledge? What happened about our evolution? What about researching the nature of Elex? All those were key to the Alb people, and all have been dominated by the hybrid's demand for Elex. A lot has changed at the Ice Palace since the coming of the hybrid, and the pace of that change is only accelerating. The hybrid tells us nothing of this future he sees. He is obsessed with his own evolution, and that is only attainable through the consumption of ever greater quantities of Elex. No Alb, no free person will be allowed to stand in his way. I still believe in serving the Albs of Zakor, but to achieve that, I now know that the hybrid must be removed from the Ice Palace.
If the hybrid's evolution is not yet complete, shouldn't we ensure he reaches his final form?
With all the sacrifices we've made, with all the blood he once spilled, has he told us what he will achieve if he attains that? How do we know what he will become? No, my loyalty ended on the day of your execution. I will not sacrifice my son for the ideals of that machine.
Then we should ask the hybrid what he will become. We should know what we are choosing between.
Do you think the hybrid will talk to us? To him, we have no more free will than the mutants he commands. You know the price that an owl pays to reach the highest ranks in Zakor.
You summoned me, Master?
Elex, you have proven yourself loyal to the directive. You are efficient. You obey your orders. Those are the marks of a true Alb. I have watched you and your brother, and the honor you have brought to your father. You will all have a part to play in the events that are to come. Are you ready to play that part, Elex? Will you join those chosen to evolve?
The hybrid's will is above all. I will serve the hybrid.
And so it shall be. Open your mind to me, Calax. Know my thoughts and serve the directive.
You and your brother were the strongest warriors at the Ice Palace's command. Strong, intelligent, iron-willed. No one could equal you. And now look at you. Today, you are an outcast.
I suspect that my failure in execution was planned by someone at the Ice Palace.
I share those suspicions, but I have yet to find any proof.
My raider being shot down, the Alps being nearby to carry out my execution. The chances of those things happening without being planned.
But the questions are why and who. The only cause I can think of is your free will. All other Alps took the hybrid's favor as an honor. You questioned it. But who ordered your death? Who coordinated it? That, I don't know.
What about my brother, Calax?
I don't believe that. I am sure if your brother is involved, it is only as an instrument. He must be being used by other people. He would only have carried out the execution if he had orders to do so.
What about Zardom? It's obvious he is planning something. Could his plans involve killing me?
Now that he has left the Ice Palace, he would have no reason to do that. Zardom was always set on becoming First Elexitor. If he thought you were an impediment to that, he would have no hesitation in having you killed. But now he's here, out of Zakor, who knows what his plans are?
I know Zardom wanted my raider shot down. Zardom knew I was flying to Adan, and he knew the purpose of my mission.
Well, if that is true, I don't know how he knew that information. No. Zardom was already in exile when you received your orders from the hybrid.
Then someone at the Ice Palace must have got that information to him.
If Zardom is behind this, then he had help. But why would another Alp communicate with an exile?
What about the hybrid?
The hybrid needed you and your skills to achieve his aims. While your free will may have made you stand out, your will is nothing to the hybrids. You were under his control and offered no threat. Besides, if he wanted you dead, he could have had you shot without the need for this intricate plan.
What about the First Elexitor, Tarek?
He has the power and the intellect to plan something like this. But he is no longer himself. These days he is merely a vassal to the hybrid. I don't think he possesses the ability to think as freely as this. I don't think he would do this without orders from the hybrid.
So who do you think is behind this?
I don't know. Even if there is someone behind this, I think you will learn his name on the day you stride up the great ramp to the Ice Palace.
Where is Calax now?
Your brother knows you are still alive. He is looking for you. He wants to finish what he started and prove his loyalty. After all, technically, he failed in his mission to execute you. He will want to remedy that. That is why he is traveling alone. He is currently in the mountains of Abessa on the border of Zakor, awaiting information on your whereabouts. Have no doubt, he will strike as soon as he knows where you are.
Not if I get to him first.
I would rather you both join together. The death of either of you weakens us all.
It is far too late for us to be reconciled.
There must be a way to free him from the hybrid. He's a slave like Tarek. If you could free him from the hybrid's will, then you could both be reconciled.
And if he comes for me in the meantime, I will fight him rather than die myself.
If that is your fate. But you think clearly and independently now, Jax. You can decide your own destiny.
I have discovered Zardom's secret. He has control of a mutant force.
I knew he must have a plan. The question is, what he intends to do with them. Whatever he says about his motives, I find it hard to believe that he has turned his back on his past. I think we will need to watch Zardom carefully.
Which one of you convinced Wardak to join your cause?
No one did. Your father chose to join us himself. I hope that you too can see the strength of our cause.
The pilgrim Thorold is key to the fight against the hybrid.
Then there is another who will fight to take control of Zakor.
I don't think Thorold has any interest in taking the throne in the Ice Palace. He's seeking to defend Edan.
The Berserkers have their own plans for Magalan. Their goals will always be a threat to ours. Never forget that all the free people have their own agendas.
As do you.
Yes, but mine is clear. As are the results of my actions. You cannot say the same of others. Offer people power, and they will take it. That includes the Pilgrim.
When did you last see my brother?
A few days ago, maybe? Calyx was ordered back to the Ice Palace. The forces of Zakor are preparing for something. We should expect an attack soon.
I doubted what I was told. That you were failing the hybrid. Yet now even the fact that you still breathe stands against the directive. Why did you come here, Jax? What did you expect to find?
My brother.
You appeal to me with emotion? The bond of blood with you, with Father, once gave me honor. Now all I have is shame. Your execution should have saved me from that.
And yet, here I stand. You failed the directive, Calyx. Perhaps we aren't perfect after all. Wardic hid the truth. We were born free people. Elex, the hybrid, our father. They decided what we would become.
Powerful, superior. They opened the door to our evolution. Our past is irrelevant.
So we've been told. But what other lies have we yet to uncover? You take the promises of the future and serve without question. But even now as an Alexitor, what does the hybrid tell you, Calyx? What do you know of the truth?
From the ashes came the clerics, believers in Kalan. From Kalan came the Albs, believers in the future. From Elex came the hybrid, seer of all things. Together we serve no god, we bow to no person. Together we shall evolve.
Evolve into what? The Albs existed before the hybrid. Now we serve him. Now we bow to him. He has taken the place of Kalan.
Do you think you can anger me? I don't need anger, brother. The directive tells me you must die. What is dead should stay dead.
Calyx lured me into a trap. You told me Calyx was traveling alone, but I was ambushed by several units of Alb soldiers.
I told you what I knew of him. Calyx must have changed his plans.
Where did you get that information in the first place?
From Calyx.
Then either you lied, or Calyx used you to set a trap for me.
The hybrid has made him blind to all other things. You must help set your brother free from the hybrid's control.
I can't promise you that.
This nonsense has to end. He was your brother in arms. He is your brother by blood.
Calyx told me I was to become an Alexitor, one of the chosen. What does that mean?
That you were directly under the hybrid's control, working together as a group to do the hybrid's will.
But I don't remember even having access to the hybrid. As a full Alexitor, Calyx was the one who had access. He was the one who always spoke directly to him. There must be more to this. It just doesn't add up.
Then you need to speak to Calyx yourself.
I would have done, but the combat mechs you failed to warn me about had other ideas.
There must be another way to reach him.
And how do I do that without walking into another trap?
You will have to find a place where the combat mechs won't go. Then, you'll need to lure him there.
Any suggestions for where I can lure him?
No. That's a question you'll have to answer yourself.
Lure Calyx? Are you serious?
It's better than you fighting his combat mechs.
Then give me a suggestion, Father. If you want to help him, then help me.
Something important happened in the past that I have yet to tell you. Calyx has known for some time, and I think he fears the truth.
What is it he fears?
Losing his rank as Alexitor.
Tell me this secret.
There is a small fishing village on an island to the south of Edan. It is now long abandoned. You should go there. That is where you will find the answers you are seeking.
You must be able to tell me more than that.
I could tell you, but you may not believe me. You have to see it yourself to understand. I will speak to you when you return.
So, this is the place Wardick wanted me to see. This place, there's something familiar about it. I have been here before. This path, this beach. It was a long time ago, but I was here. I was still a child. A young child. I lived here with my parents. This was my home. It was raining. They came out of the darkness with their weapons of light and fire. People ran in panic. They ran. They were cut down. The town on fire. Screaming. Another boy hiding near me. Just as afraid as I was. Everyone else was gone. All that remained were the lifeless bodies in the surf. It was just me. And the other boy. Then one of the attackers found us and took us with them. He named me Jax, and the other boy, Elex. I have been to the fishing village in Edan.
Then do you understand?
That Elex and I were born berserkers and not Albs? Do I understand that you killed our parents and carried us off to the Ice Palace as your children? What I don't understand is why.
I wanted heirs. I had achieved much. But I wanted to found a dynasty of the most powerful Albs to follow in my footsteps. But I couldn't have children. So I did what Albs do. I took what I wanted, and I was successful. Look at what you and Elex achieved. You rose to the very top in Zakor. My legacy was almost complete. You were poised to rule.
We were. Then someone set me up. Now, your bastard children are trying to kill each other.
Yes, all the plans I had shattered.
Your plans didn't include my exile and execution, did they? Or Calix's attempts to kill me?
I don't regret making you both into great men. I see the sons I created, and they are Albs above Albs. But I should have told the truth a long time ago. Maybe then we wouldn't be here today. We'd be in the halls of the Ice Palace, ascending to where you belong. This truth is what you can use to lure Elex. He wants to hold on to power, and fears that if the truth of his birth became known, then he would lose that power. Threaten to reveal the truth, and Elex will come to you. There is one place Elex will not dare to take anyone from Zakor. You will know it when you see it.
The converters you wanted destroyed. There are no more active converters. I shut them all down.
Then, on behalf of the Free People, I thank you. The converters are the worst thing your people ever did to us. Well, I say your people, but perhaps you have earned my trust enough to separate you from the Albs and Zakor. Perhaps we can work together.
You know, I prefer it when the Albs stay in Zakor. They like it there. We like them there. Can't we just all agree on that and go home?
Ray, there is something you should have told me. Now is the time.
Okay, that tone is telling me something is wrong. Are you going to give me a clue?
Zardom.
Zardom? Zardom?
You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, well, yeah. The shit with your raider, yeah? I'm sorry. I was the guy that shot you out of the sky. I should have told you earlier, but you were so pissed about your armor, I thought, well, you'll probably kill me if I did.
Why did you do it?
I had no choice. Please, listen to me.
I'm listening.
It wasn't personal. Not from me. I took a job. A strange one. I didn't know who was hiring me. I was told to aim at the port on your raider. They gave me that information. I mean, at that point, you were just another Alb. Now I know you, and I know you're more than that. And I didn't even get paid. He threatened me. He has my brother, Tom. He said he would kill him if I didn't help. He still has him.
He took your brother?
Yeah. I didn't know you. You were my enemy. And Zardom, he was gonna kill my brother. You have to understand that.
I do.
I couldn't tell you because of that. He is still threatening him.
Now I understand the note I read about changing a person into a jackal.
What? What are you talking about?
I think Zardom turned your brother into a jackal. He's among us, hiding in plain sight.
But are you sure? You could be wrong. He could be lying.
We'll know for certain if we can find him.
But how can we find Tom?
I think I know where your brother is.
What? Where? Tell me.
There's a friendly jackal at Origin. I think that jackal is your brother.
What? We should go there now. We have to help him.
Yes, and I think I know how. In your contract with Zardom, I found the magical trigger that Zardom planted in your brother to turn him back.
Okay, but hurry up before someone accidentally shoots Tom.
Come here, boy. We're going to get you out of here. Orion.
What? Ray? Is that you?
Slow down. You're still a little dazed after what you went through.
What happened? The last thing I knew was that Elexeter.
Zardom. He transformed you into a jackal. But you're back now. You don't have an urge to scratch your ear with your foot, do you?
I can't remember what happened.
It's all right. The important thing is you are back again. Just sit down. You'll be fine, all right? You, of all people, got him back. After everything. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything.
When did you realize that Jackal was my brother?
Obviously, I found out just in time.
Yeah, and I can't thank you enough for that. Oh, what have I done? Why did I deal with Zardom? All of this. You have to understand, I didn't know you, and now my brother?
You'd better be talking about Zardom.
Of course. You tried to help me. And I will pay off my debt to you, to the last shard, to the last drop of blood, I promise you. We still have a lot to do, so get your head straight and let's get on with it.
Is everything okay with us?
Hey, you're alive, I'm alive. That's gotta be good, right?
You said the reactor coil needs replacing?
Yeah, that thing won't last more than 2 kilometers.
Then what do we do now? I need that Raider operational.
Yeah, but where are we supposed to get an X-48 reactor coil?
I found a replacement reactor coil for the Raider.
Hey, yeah, that'll do it. That is a miracle right there. Right, I'll get to work and install it now.
Some of them have taken to wearing the clothing of the free people. Why did they turn against the directive?
Their unit was cut off from their Elex rations. They developed emotions.
They grew weak. Once their Elex rations were restored, they should have seen the truth of that. Instead, they killed their own kind and ran. I want to know if they had help in escaping.
Whatever the cause, this isn't isolated. Several groups of separatists have broken from our ranks recently.
Separatists? You mean traitors? Do you think someone could be deliberately tampering with the Elex rations? We should send word to all units. Any signs of emotion must be reported immediately. We will remain vigilant to the enemy within, as well as without.
So speaks a true Alb. I am proud of you both. Your strength, your commitment to the cause, they are known throughout Zakor.
We will bring you only honor, Father. The directive stands above all.
Duty and honor stand above all. Without them, we are nothing.
There is one thing that's worrying me about the Raider.
What is it?
Well, no, I'll tell you when I'm sure. I need some more time to check it over, all right?
We've heard a horde of mutants is approaching the border to Zakor.
How many?
I don't know, but there's at least 2 Cyclopses with them.
Someone in Zakor wants to secure the West.
Mutants aren't an organized force. They're just a pack of dogs to unleash. It might just be them disrupting the forces there, rather than invading.
We need to go there.
Yeah, well, if you insist on knowing what the Albs are planning, but this had better mean combat, not just a look-see. Well, it seems as if the rumors are true. 2 Cyclopses. Let's take them down.
Wait a second. First, we should...
No waiting! We're not out here to wait, we came to fight. Mutants, Cyclopses, they'll do for a start. But you promised Alb Elexiters.
We'll get to them soon enough.
Not soon enough for me. Let's kill these fuckers and go home.
What are you doing, rushing into combat like that? Are you trying to get us killed?
I'm trying to get the job done. If you can't keep up, fuck off. I thought you were a fighter. I spend enough time just standing around in the fort. I took that place. I did. So show me another damn challenge and stop wasting my time.
You can get a challenge, but don't get us killed.
You don't risk, you don't live. You don't live, you stagnate. You stagnate, you might as well be dead. Turn it up, live it fast, make it fucking count. Now are we done here or what?
Hey, wait! I can feel traces of an Elex deposit. I want to check it out, to see if I can learn anything from it.
Where is this deposit?
It's up on the high borderlands between Adan and Tavar. It feels like it will be big enough to allow me to learn more. It has to go differently this time. I have to learn more. There are only weak traces here. I will need all my concentration not to lose the trail. That means I'll need your help again.
If the traces are weak, maybe we should try somewhere else.
We've come too far not to. But I will need to focus on the Elex. I'll need you to deal with any combat or I'll lose my contact with the Elex.
Did it work?
Wait. I can hardly breathe.
Are you all right?
Give me a moment. Don't you feel anything at all?
No.
Maybe it's just me. I could sense something here, but I don't yet know what it means. I thought it must affect other people on some level at least. Why did this talent pick me?
You just got lucky.
Lucky? I thought I was going crazy. Thank you for coming with me to this place. When you said you'd help me, I wasn't sure about you. But you've been true to your word.
I do what I say.
Yeah. You should know people who keep their word like that are rare. You're strong. Mentally, I mean. I bet you could achieve anything you put your mind to. Maybe you can resist whatever the Elex is trying to do. Whereas I look at these mutants and I wonder, is that going to be me one day?
Do you still need to find more traces of Elex?
Yeah, there was something there in the background when I probed that Elex deposit. I don't know what it is that I felt. Not yet. I know of another place we can try, but it's likely to be pretty dangerous. These big Elex deposits always are. Just give me a little time. As soon as I can locate it, I'll tell you where we need to go.
Hey, I have to talk to you.
Yes.
There are Alb fighting machines in Abessa.
Are you sure?
I haven't seen them myself, but that's what the reports are saying. I'd say the Albs are about to march over the pass in the central mountains of Abessa.
In Abessa?
Yes, we should look into it.
Since when were you interested in Abessa? I thought it was only Tavar you cared about.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I've started listening to you. Maybe fighting for Abessa can help save Tavar.
Really? What do you know about this fight?
I know Elexiter Parsec is leading the Albs.
So, this new belief in the Free People is really about facing off against Elexiter Parsec.
Maybe it's about both.
Maybe it's about both. We should find Parsec soon. If he comes through the pass, then he must want to attack Origin. And that means I'll lose my base.
Then let's get there and kill the bastard. Sound like a plan?
You're right. We should stop Elexiter Parsec before he finds us.
Then let's make it quick. Time is running out.
So, my scouts did report the truth. You don't know how much running around I've had to do to get here. The whole of Zakor must have heard the rumors about you by now. Jax, back from the dead.
Yes. It looks like you could get yourself the whole reward for my capture, Parsec.
Reward. We work for duty, not reward. You've picked up the habits and speech of the free people, Jax.
Send your machines away, and I will tell you the whole story at my camp.
Very interesting. But I'll have to refuse your offer. Your little camp won't offer much hospitality now. The machines I send certainly won't leave much left over.
Well, this guy's an asshole. Who is he?
He's an Alexander, servant to Tarek, slave to the hybrid. But you shouldn't underestimate him.
You should listen to him.
Yeah, I've never really done that.
So, happy we're taking action now?
That's a start. Come on, you were the one who got me into this. You must want to finish it.
What's the rush?
You told me all of Magalan was in danger. Isn't that enough?
And you were someone who only cared about Tavar. Why the change?
You wanted to sell me a cause, you've sold it.
Just like that?
What's the matter with you? Can't you be happy with that? I believe in the free people. I want to stop the Albs.
What? You want them to trip over your corpse? Because you being dead isn't going to stop them. You need to be alive to stop them.
What the fuck would you know about being alive?
What's going on here? What aren't you telling me?
What are you going on about? I only take the same risks as you.
I fight to win. You don't seem to care about dying.
That's crazy. Why would I not care? Fuck you, I know more about living than you do. Fuck it. Okay, yeah. You should know. I have Grey Death.
Grey Death? Are you sure?
No, I'm making it up. One thing I've heard makes a girl more attractive is the rumor she's got Grey Death. I've got it. It's terminal. And there's nothing anyone can do about it.
You're giving up?
Do you know anyone who has survived it? So I might as well do something that makes a difference. I might as well do something before this thing kills me. So either you help me and we kill Parsec, or you let me do it my way.
There are legends that speak of a cure.
Legends? Legends?
There must be some truth to them.
So what? You think I should spend my days checking the cleric's archives for legends instead of being out here fighting? What if I die without finding an answer?
What if you buy yourself another 40 years?
It's fantasy.
So was coming here. You didn't believe this would make a difference. Stay with me. Keep looking for kicks if you want, and I'll find you a cure in the cleric's archives. There has to be a clue somewhere in the Hort.
Do what you want.
Just don't get killed while I'm getting you a cure.
You're a believer, aren't you? You came out of nowhere, just drifting around the wilderness, and now you believe you can save all Magalan. Someday you're gonna tell me the whole story.
I have instructions for a potion that will cure Grey Death.
Really? I've heard something about that, but I have never seen the recipe.
If I bring you the ingredients, can you make it?
Well, it depends on the processes required, but it would be my duty to try.
I'll bring you the ingredients. I have the ingredients to make the cure for the Grey Death.
And I presume you have a sufferer in mind, which means there is no time to waste. I will prepare the medicine now. You can wait if you like. It won't take long. Here, your potion. I would be interested to know if it works.
You don't think it will?
Oh, I'd give it a high probability of success. At least 70%. The potion has all the right characteristics, but without patience and study, I can't be certain of its effectiveness.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you for the instructions. They are sure to come in handy in the future.
Here, I have something for you. A potion.
What? What potion? What's it for?
You know what it's for.
Some raptor shit from the cleric's archives? And now you expect me to swallow this raptor shit?
It's a cure. Get it down your neck and stop complaining.
It even smells like raptor shit.
Drink it.
You drink it.
I'm not the one who's ill.
You really think this is a cure? What happens when it doesn't work? Then will you leave me alone?
Then we'll kick the ass of anyone left in Zakor.
Right. Piss off. Let me think about this in peace.
Hey, I think I have something.
More traces of Elex?
Yeah, but the deposit is close to an Alb position in Zakor. We should make sure we're properly equipped before we go looking for Elex there.
I know Zakor. I'm ready to go there.
All right. We're close to the Elex, and I know we're close to answers. The Elex. I can hear it everywhere. It's overwhelming.
That must be the Elex the Alps have collected in the Ice Palace.
There must be huge amounts of it there. And yet for all their efforts, they've missed a concentration of Elex here in Zakor. I'll follow the trail, but I will need you to watch my back again, okay? That was difficult. The Elex here is polarized, close to the Elex that's been refined, as if it had been processed by alb converters.
What does that mean?
Conscious or not, the Elex is changing us. The Elex in Adan is polarized one way. It's similar to mana. I hadn't felt that before, but I can now. Especially now I can feel how similar the Elex here is to processed Elex.
The Elex in Zakor is different from the Elex in Adan?
Yeah. We've picked up on these differences and made more Elex that's the same. I think it changes our thoughts, too. Rational, emotional? It's tuned to us and us to it. Processed, organized here. Raw, unaligned mana in Adan. That Elex changes the people it interacts with.
Do you know of any other Elex deposits like this?
I'm not sure yet. Let me think about it. I'll see if I can sense anything.
Hey, you. Listen,
Took the medicine?
Yeah, so I just wanted to tell you.
That you now feel better because it works, and you're eternally grateful?
Full of yourself, aren't you?
Yes.
Are you going to stop gloating and tell me what comes next?
Gather the free people, defeat the Alps, and free Magalan.
And you want me along? Ready for the fight?
Let's get on with it. You were right. Zardom was behind the attack on my raider.
You were betrayed by your own. What will you do now you know Zardom was responsible for the attack?
Nothing, until I can find him. He's disappeared.
Sadly, I doubt that means he's dead. His disappearance must be part of his plan, whatever that may be. Yes. And?
Calyx trapped me.
And you survived?
You had an audience with the hybrid?
He summoned me, I obeyed. He opened his mind to me and I saw the universe. Skies stretching to infinity. I always knew his mind stretched across Magalan. But what I saw, the hybrid truly sees all.
And so the hybrid serves the Alps, and the Alps will see his directive is carried out. All Elex to the hybrid.
There was something else though, Jax. A sense of the past. But I couldn't see it.
The hybrid shows us only what we need to see.
What did you see when you had your audience with the hybrid?
I don't know. I don't remember anything from then. I know I saw him, that we spoke. That since then, I have known his will, understood his purpose clearer than I did before.
I heard Tarek and Parsec discussing the time before the hybrid. The moment they found him, I think that is what I was sensing.
The hybrid has given us purpose. Before him, we sought evolution. Only with him can we find it.
Tarek said the hybrid saw the fall, that Magalan ignored his warning about the comet.
Such stories are irrelevant.
The past is irrelevant. Only the future counts. All Elex to the hybrid.
All Elex to the hybrid. Yes, but it seems Calyx still thinks I must be killed.
Then you have even more motivation to reach the Ice Palace. Do you have anything else to report?
My raider is almost ready. The mechanic is preparing to bring the reactor online.
Good. It could prove useful.
Then are you going to tell me your plans?
Get the raider finished. We need everything complete before I will share my plans with you. It seems you can deliver on your word. I would not have thought it possible for anyone to shut down all of the converters. Your deeds will be remembered by all the free people. We have a real chance to win the war now. Now we take the war to the hybrid. Now the hybrid must die, so everyone can be free.
You want to kill the hybrid?
Kill or convert. My studies indicate that mana will poison him. Kill him if we must. But there's also a chance we can change him with it.
You're getting ahead of yourself. First, you've got to tell me your plans.
Very well. But there's much to discuss. Ask your question, and I will see if I can answer.